Dustin, good to see you. I really like today's topic, conversion as a gift to your beneficiaries. When considering which assets to leave your beneficiaries, there is one asset that is loaded with taxes. It is, of course, an IRA. Inheriting an IRA is very different from inheriting a Roth IRA. Can you explain the difference between taking distributions from a traditional IRA versus a Roth?
Yeah, so on a Roth, generally those distributions, whether you make them or your beneficiaries make those distributions, they're generally going to be tax-free. Now, a traditional IRA or any other pre-tax retirement account, when you make distributions from that retirement account, remember the IRS is going to send you a friendly little love letter called a 1099, telling
Mhm.
you that everything you withdraw from that account is subject to income taxes. And so it's important to remember, regardless of what your statement says, in a practical sense, if you own one of those pre-tax accounts, you don't own all of that account. There's a portion of that account you're going to be able to withdraw and keep, and there's a portion of that account that you're going to withdraw and send to the IRS. So remember, as your account value grows, the portion that you own grows, and the portion that the IRS owns grows as well.
Right. Now, to make matters even worse, after the Secure Act, most non spouse beneficiaries no longer have a lifetime to take those distributions, but instead have to drain the entire balance in 10 years. That is quite the tax burden.
Yeah, it used to be the case that beneficiaries, non-spouse beneficiaries, could spread out those distributions based upon their life expectancy, take that out very slowly over the course of their lifetime. Now, there are some exceptions, but most non-spouse beneficiaries have to withdraw that entire account value and pay the taxes on it inside of 10 years. And it's really important to remember that most people inherit these accounts in their 50s and 60s when they're generally in their peak earning years,
Right.
and their tax liability couldn't be higher.
Mhm.
So, that could really compound that problem, taking those taxable funds out in a short window in your peak earning years.
Yeah.
Also important to remember that, hey, as the account owner, you can convert that account to a Roth IRA, but once it's a beneficiary IRA, your kids inherit that IRA, they can't do that conversion.
Right. That's a really good point. So, just again, explain how converting your IRA to a Roth really is a great gift to your beneficiaries.
Yeah, it's a great gift. They don't have to if they inherit a Roth IRA, they're not going to have to worry about any distributions from that account. On the flip side, if you've earmarked a traditional IRA and you're saving that for your heirs, and you've got a growing account balance, remember that you're not only passing on a growing account balance, but you're passing on a growing tax problem for your heirs as well.
Right. That has to be an important consideration. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily keep in mind. I want to touch on the one additional strategy when considering your financial legacy. That is cash value life insurance. Why do you suggest people consider that?
Yeah, well, especially if you've got an IRA earmarked for inheritance, you don't
Mm.
expect to spend those funds on yourself. And absolutely, if you're taking RMDs that are unneeded or unwanted, you may want to consider buying a life insurance contract. I'll give you a few reasons why. You'll immediately increase the value of your estate. So from the time you make the first premium payment on that life insurance policy, that policy comes with a large tax-free death benefit for your heirs. From the moment you make the first premium payment and the policy is issued, so right away, immediately, you increase the value of your estate. You also immediately increase the tax efficiency of your estate, since that benefit passes to your beneficiaries free from income taxes, and structured properly. If you have a large estate, it can also pass to your beneficiary free from estate taxes. And the third benefit, it still allows you to make or to maintain some flexibility.
Hmm.
So, even though you take those funds and you purchase a life insurance contract, permanent life insurance contracts many times will come with cash value. So if you thought you didn't need to access those funds, but you run into a situation where you do, you can withdraw or take some of those cash values as policy loans. Also, if you have a certain medical event or a chronic illness or a long-term care event, most of these policies today will have provisions where they'll allow you to access some of the death benefit. In many cases, most all of the death benefit that would have been paid out upon your death access that while you're still alive to pay for something like a chronic illness or a long-term care event. So you can position some of those assets in a tax efficient way, increase the value of your estate, position those assets for your beneficiaries instead of an IRA that would be a tax problem. And at the same time, you might be able to protect yourself from the financial impact of something like a long-term care event.
Really important considerations when we are thinking about our legacy. Great points, Dustin. If somebody has more questions about the conversion process or cash value life insurance, what's the best way to reach you?
They can send me a text at 830-476-2505 or reach out on the website to book a free chat at longlivemymoney.com.
All right. Dustin, thank you.
Thanks, Erin.